in interface. So today I'll cover that. So we have like interface here. In this we have like four methods. These are abstract methods. Yesterday only I conveyed you people. And to implement these methods, we need one class. And this is the class. And we need to implement the interface. For that we need implements. So when I mouse over on this particular class, it's asking to implement the methods. Yeah. So in order to access these instance methods, what we need to do, we need to create object for the class. So I'm creating that. And we can call our methods.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Padma, can you please share yesterday's recording? I have missed the class for an emergency purpose.
Okay, I will share that.
Yeah, thank you.
Archita, go through the video. If you have any questions, right, let me know.
Sure, Parusara.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm calling all the methods. So I'm executing this. See. So all methods I can access. In another way, so this everyone know, I think. So in another way to access this, right? So this is the interface. Interface. See, like this also we can access. See, I have taken reference for this interface and I've created object for this class. So like this also we can call our methods. So this is the concept I want to explain you guys. So everyone clear? Like this also we can access, or like this also we can access. Everyone clear?
Can you explain second question?
Sure, Padma. So how to create object, Padma? So class name,
Class
reference
name.
variable, yeah, new keyword, then constructor, right? So like this we'll create object to Y to access the instance methods, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in another way, like we have another way also to create object, like I have taken interface. This is the interface I implemented these methods and I have taken reference variable. Now I'm creating object for this class,
Okay.
new interface example. Yeah. So like this also we can create object with the help of class name also we can do, or by taking interface as reference, we can create object for class and we can access methods. Fine, Padma?
Fine.
Yeah, in Selenium, I think, we create like driver is equals new Chrome driver, right?
Yes.
So they like web driver is the interface and whereas like they're like Chrome driver is the class. So for that reason, I explained you this thing. So when we reach that right in Selenium, so when I tell like I've taken interface as reference and created object for class, then you should not like confuse. That's the reason I explained this concept today.
Okay.
Everyone is clear? Please
Yes.
respond. Yeah, thank you. So this is the interface. So today we'll discuss about exception handling. So why exception? I mean, what are the exceptions? Why we need to handle that exception in Java? So exceptions are nothing but, for example, I'll take this or I'll create one class. We have like this code, number of lines of code we have in our application, and we need to run this particular application. For example, in this case, some exception occurs. Some exception occurs. So remaining code also will affect. I mean, it will like terminate the application here only. JVM will terminate the application here only. So you do not move further. So how to overcome it? By handling exceptions. First, I'll show you this program by executing. So here I am giving some 10 by 0. We'll execute this. See, so first three implementations are executed properly, but on fourth implementation, we are getting some exception. Because of this exception, what's happening? Remaining code is not executing, right? So this is we called exception. So during the execution flow, due to some abnormal things or some unwanted things, that particular program will terminate, right? That we can call it as exception. So in better words, an exception is an expected or unwanted abnormal situation that occurred at runtime called exception. If you see here, is there any error? No, right? But when I executed this program, we got exception at fourth implementation. So during runtime, we are getting this particular exception. And if you see, this definition also will tell same thing. Like an exception is an unexpected or unwanted or abnormal situation that occurred at runtime called exception. So everyone clear? Exception definition and program?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now how we will handle this particular exception? We'll see. So to handle this particular exception, we have like in Java, we have like try catch mechanism. So if so this is the risky code. I can say like here, there is a possible, like here, we will get exception surely. So what we need to do at that time, we need to put this particular piece of code into try block. Okay. Later, we need to handle this particular exception with the help of catch block. So this is the syntax to handle the exception. You can just give E. Now execute this and see. See. Now we are handling this particular exception, this fourth implementation, and remaining code is executing properly. So because of this, I mean, so to achieve this particular code execution, what we need to do, we need to handle where we will expect for that particular code, there is a chance to get exception, right? That particular code we need to handle with the help of try catch. Why? Why? Because we need to execute remaining code without any interruption. Everyone got like why we need to handle exception?
Yes.
Yeah, in better words, I have like noted here. So exception, yeah, here. Yeah, with the help of try catch blocks, we can handle exception. In simple words, I have mentioned. So you can explain same thing also if someone will ask. Or in order to achieve execution in smoother way, we need to handle exceptions where we can see possible to get exceptions. That particular code we need to handle to get smoother execution. So this is exception handling, and this is the program to handle the exception now. So we have like different types of exception. So for all exceptions, these exception and errors are like classes. Okay, exceptions and errors are like subclasses, and for this parent class is throwable. So from throwable, we are inheriting exception and error. Again, exception will get at the runtime. Inside this particular exception, again we have like subclasses. The classes are arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, index out of bound exception, array out of bound exception, string out of bound exception, IO exception. So exception, what is meant by exception? Exception is nothing but is unexpected or unwanted abnormal situation that occurred at runtime. Now, if you see here, I mentioned error also, and I'm saying this error is like class. But when we are writing this code, right? So if you do some syntactical error, still we get error, right? So do you think this error and this error same? No, because here we are getting this is compile time error. But here I am saying like errors also will get at runtime only. If exceptions and errors will get at runtime, and this error is different. Okay, this error is a class and this error is a syntactical error. You got difference between this error and compile time error and runtime error?
Yes.
Yeah. No. So yeah, under exception we have like subclasses. I told you, right? Like stack. Yeah. So arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, index out of bound exception. So these exceptions we'll see now by writing programs. I'll utilize this class only. So what is the parent class for all these exceptions? Arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception. For this, what is the parent class? It's exception. And from exception, we are inheriting these particular classes. And we are achieving exception handling concept. And for this exception and error, what is the parent class for these two classes? Throwable. Yeah. So just knowledge purpose, remember parent class for this exception and error throwable, but we do not use anywhere in our automation framework, and like we mostly get exceptions only, not errors. But yeah, so remember definition. Yeah. Now we'll see arithmetic exception. Here I'm taking one variable int a is equals to 10 and int b is equals to 0 and int c is equals to yeah. Here I am implementing some code. If I execute this, on which line will get exception? Please respond. On 12th line, right? Why? Because here like 10 by 0, it is not possible. So it's arithmetic exception will get. So I'll run this program. Put this here instead of this. Yeah. Yeah. So like this code before exception is like printing, and here we are getting exception. What was that exception? Java long arithmetic exception. And if you see it, this package and this class and 12th line. So here we are getting exception. After that, like remaining code, right, is it's not executing. So we need to handle this particular exception in order to execute this piece of code. So how to handle? Just now we did. So this is the risky code. It's clearly appearing. Just we need to put this particular risky code in try. And we need to handle. And this exception is arithmetic exception. So you can print direct E, or you can write your own custom message. Now I'm executing this program. See. Now we can execute this particular piece of code also. So everyone got how to handle arithmetic exceptions in Java? Or anyone have any questions?
It's clear.
Thank you, Arshita. Yeah. Next. So we'll see null pointer exception. When we will get null pointer exception. So we'll write one program and we'll see. I'll use this class only. I'm taking one string s is equals to null and Same again, before exception. Now here what I will do, actually here I took one string, but that is null. Nothing is there inside this particular string. So, but what I am doing here, I am trying to apply some logics on this particular string. So what I am planning to do, right? Excuse me. So I am planning to change this particular string to uppercase or lowercase. So that is my logic. So how to apply s dot, so upper to uppercase, I'll execute this program. We'll see. See, this code got executed properly, but here we are getting like null pointer exception. Null pointer exception. Why? Why? Because in string nothing is there. By default value of string is what? Null, right? Already we discussed in first session. So if we declare like this, means inside this particular s variable nothing is there. But programmer wants to apply some logics on that. At that time, it will throw null pointer exception. And after that, so what happened here, we got exception, and that this particular remaining code is not able to execute. Why? Because we are getting exception in this line. So JVM terminating this particular application here itself. So anyone, everyone is clear?
Yes.
When we
Yes.
null point, yeah. So how to handle this? Same. We need to put risky code into try catch. While writing this program, right, please I don't know like what we so how I am doing, like we need to put risky code into try, and with the help of catch block we can handle the exception. Like that two people also try to like try to say, so that you will remember longer time. Okay, yeah. So and we will handle exception with the help of catch block. And here what exception we are getting? Null pointer exception. So this is the class null pointer exception, and I'm handling this, and I'm printing my own custom message, or I will print this e itself. See, so cannot invoke string to uppercase because s is null. For example, I'll give some value here, and I'll execute this. So it's converting to uppercase or not. So logics are applying. So what will happen whenever, if this particular piece of code is not like risky, I mean there is no exception at that time, what will happen, right? So it will execute this particular piece of code, but if there is no exception, it do not go into catch block. Directly it will come here. I mean next line of code, and it will continue. If there is no exception in the try block, then that particular cursor do not go into the catch block. Why? Because there is no exception. So no need of handling, right? Everyone clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we'll see number format exception. Here we have one string S. Here I am giving 120. Sorry, some stashish. Yes, again same code. Now I'll execute this program. Yeah. So we can see before exception, it is executing properly, but here we are getting number format exception. Why we are getting this number format exception, right? So here like we have string, but we are trying to typecast this particular string to integer. So we can convert integer to string, but we cannot convert string to integer. So that's the reason we are getting Java long number format exception for input string stashish. Same, we need to handle this particular number format exception. Again, you put this particular code into the try. This is risky code. Handle. I'm executing this. See, I'm able to handle this number format exception, and I'm able to execute remaining code after that execution. Sorry, exception. So like this, we need to handle exception. So this is the exception concept. So I've given like here, if you see few more exceptions are there, like index out of bound exception, array index out of bound exception, string index out of bound exception. So I've given these questions in assignment. Please work on it. So this is the exception concept. Yeah, and one more thing. So here we have one more concept called finally block. So when we will use this finally block in exception, for example, so this code only, here we have finally. So what I will do first, I do not handle exception. I do not handle exception. Just I kept like this. So if you mouse over on this finally black, what it's saying? Syntax error. Now what I will do, I'll put like this, try, and yeah, I'll put like this. So is that syntax went? Yes. We can use finally black with try and with the help of try catch. So if someone will ask like, is it possible to use finally block with the help with the without try catch? What you need to say? No. And if they will ask like only we have try, is it possible to use finally? Yes, we can. And with the help of with try catch, we can use finally. So we cannot use finally block without try catch. So it like there's there compulsory one try block should available or try catch should available. Then only we can use finally block. Now I am handling this particular exception, number format exception. So initially I do not handle this. I'll execute this. We'll see what output will come. So before exception executed, now finally black code executed. After exception, not executed. Why? Because we haven't handled this particular exception. That's the reason that this particular here, like here itself, like JVM will terminate the program. Where exception occurs, there itself JVM will terminate the program. Now I will handle this catch. Sorry, I will handle this exception with the help of catch block, number format exception, E. Now I will execute this. See, I'm able to execute after exception code also. So with this example, what we understood, finally block will execute always. Even programmer handles that particular exception or not handled. Still finally block will execute. So that is the finally block useness in Java. So this is the finally block. Anyone have any questions on exception handling? Anyone have any questions? Please respond.
We are good, Parshram.
Thanks. So now we'll move to collections concept. Collections in Java. So what are the collections in Java? So Java collections are the set of predefined classes and interfaces that helps programmer to perform different kinds of data structure operations like searching, sorting, insertion, manipulation, and deletion. So in simple words, collection is nothing but it's a framework where we can deal operations of the data structure like searching, sorting, insertion, or manipulation and deletion. So under collections, we have like few interfaces that are list, set, map. Okay, so collection is a interface. Under that, it's extending few more interfaces, that is list interface, set interface, map interface. Now we'll write these programs and we'll understand. I'll use this class only. So list is a interface. List is equals to why we are getting this error? Anyone wants to say why we are getting this error? Yesterday only we discussed. And just now I said like list is a interface, and interface, is it possible to create object?
No, for interface we cannot create the object.
We cannot create object. But we need to access the methods which available in this particular interface. For that, what we need to do? We need to create class, and we need to create object for that class, and we can use methods which available in this particular list. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So under list we have like few classes. One is array list. See, error gone. So here array list is the class and list is the interface. And just now I shown you like this object creation. So here I am taking list interface as reference and creating object for class. Now I will use all the methods which available in list. So list dot. So these are the methods available in list interface. See, so many methods. So we can perform operations like here I mentioned, right? So operations like searching, sorting, insertion, manipulation, deletion. So we can perform these operations with the help of these methods. First of all, I'll add the values to this particular list. So how to add? List dot add some 5. Sorry, not add all, just add 5. Added all the values to the list. Now I'll execute this list. See, I'm able to execute the list. So list is nothing but like group of values we can print by using list. Now what I will do, I'll create one more list here. List here I am giving reference as list 1. Yeah, I'll create one more list and I'm giving reference as list 1. Now what I will do, I'll use one more method. Now I'll use add all. If you see this add all, what is it's accepting? If you see, it's accepting collections. Collection is nothing but this. This is the collection, right? list collection. This is list collection. Now we need to enter here collection. If you give add all like 5, 6, it do not accept. So we need to give collection only. So here collection is list collection. So I will pass here. Now I'll execute. See, if we have requirement where we need to pass, we have already collection that is there, and we need to use this particular correction in another place. At that time, with the help of these two lines, we can achieve, or with the help of add all method, we can achieve. Just we need to pass the collection like this. And for example, we want to so I am giving some 10 value here, and I'll execute. See, it's taking 10. So add first. So we can insert, by using this method, we can insert the value into this collection at first place. Like that, we can use add first method, list dot. So we have like, for example, so what I will do, I'll remove 7 here. So here 0, 1, 2. I'm passing 2 index. See, 6 got removed. So it remove method will accept indexes. So that's the reason I passed index here, and with this we can remove this particular 2. So with this example, are we satisfying this definition or not? Like we can do searching, or we can do insertion, we can do manipulation, or we can do deletion. And data structure. Data structures means like list, set, maps. I mean group of values. Everyone clear? This example, list example. Please respond. Everyone clear?
Yes, person.
Yeah, here if you see few more methods also there, please try from your end. Okay, few more methods are there. Here add, last, clear, contains. Please try from your end. If you have any queries, let me know. Okay, now we'll move to set. So if you see, so if you see here, just I'm changing set, and under set we have classes like hash set. See this output. When we have taken list here, see this output like this came 10, 5, 7, 8, 5. Now I'll execute this. Five, 6, 7, 8 only it's coming. Where this went? So list will allow duplicates also, whereas set will not allow duplicates. That is the difference between list and set. Okay, set will not allow duplicates. So where we have a program, there we need to code the unique values. At that time, that program card, Aadhaar card number is like unique. So at that time, programmer will use set, and he or she will store all the Aadhaar cards into the set. Why? Because Aadhaar card number is unique. So like that, if we have any requirement where we need to store all the values in unique manner, at that time programmer will use set. And where we have as well as duplicate values, at that time programmer will move to list. So everyone got difference between list and set? Anyone have any questions?
No questions.
Yeah. So under set also, we have like so many methods like add all, remove, contains. So please try from your end. Okay. So these all are the methods. Try from your end. Okay. Now we'll move to map. We have map is an interface. Under that, in order to implement this particular interface, we have class called hash map. So here I am creating object for hash map. Now I will use methods available in this particular map interface. Okay. So better understanding, I'll change map. Yeah. So map dot, we have like put instead of add. In list and set we have seen add to add, we have seen add function to add values to list and set, right? But here we have put also like same function. It will help to add values to map. So it will accept two values. One is like key, another one is like value. So where we have requirement, where we need to store the values in the form of key value, at that time programmer will use map. So here I am taking one and some subject English. Excuse me. Yeah. So I'll execute this now. We'll see how output will come. Yeah. So output also coming in the form of key value pair. So map will allow values in the form of key value pair. Now difference between list set map. If someone will ask what you need to say, list will allow duplicates, whereas set will allow unique values and map will allow key value pair. Or in other words, if someone will ask what is the return type for list, you can say values. It may accept duplicates also. What is the return type for map? You need to say key value pair. So like this, we will write map program. So now we'll see, is map accepting duplicate values or not? Map.put. I'll give one here and I'm giving some now we'll execute this. See, it's overriding this particular value. So here what's happening, right? So we have given this particular one. Later at this stage, it's taking one key and like in memory, right? What will happen? They will create one address and this particular key value will store. And initially, like here, when cursor will come, right, it will create one address in memory and it will create one key value and it will store this English as value. at the same place, like this 2 and this 3. When again it will come here, right? You do not create new memory. Already we have memory with 1, right? Or address with 1, right? So what will happen? It will override this value with this 1 only. So that's the reason map will not allow duplicate keys. Why? Because key is the first, it will create address. Now we'll see like duplicate values will accepting or not. Here I will give 4. Definitely it will accept. Why? Because here we are creating address and we are allocating some memory to this particular value. So definitely it will allow, but we'll see by executing this program. Yeah, see, it's accepting duplicate values, but not accepting duplicate keys. So this is the map. Under map also we have like so many methods. Please try from your end. If you have any queries, let me know. And we don't use much these things in our framework. We use like general like this only, put and some set list like that only. We do not use much methods which available in map. So this is the collections topic. So anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions?
No, Parasuram, you're good.
Yeah. So with this, like, so whatever, right, required to automation, right? So whatever like topics required to automation, I have covered everything. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start our Selenium. Fine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine then. So with this, I will complete today's session and I'll hand over today's assignment to you. So please try to complete that. Yeah.
Thank you, Parasuram.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah, you know.
Thank you.